Wait a minute. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to show you two programs in C++. The first one is this void.cpp. In this program, the main function has been defined as void type. While in the second program, that is integer1.cpp, we have defined the main function as an integer type, and at the end of the program we have returned a value that is 0 for this condition. So which of the following do you think is correct and which of the following is wrong? Well, let's find out. So first of all, let's go to our void cpp. That is a simpler program, and if it works, that will be better. Let's try to just compile it. Well, as we have compiled it, we can see an error, that is the main must return integer, and the program has not run. Let's clear the terminal and let's try to compile and run the other program. So here we are on the integer.cpp. Let's try running this one. Well, this program has successfully run, and you have to subscribe now, I believe. So why is it that we cannot define an void type program or void type main function in C++? Actually, we can define a main as void in C++, but many of the new compilers will not be able to recognize it, and you will see an error as you have today. In case of integer, you can actually return a value and it is much easier. But why actually cannot we define a main function in C++ as void? That is still a question. You see, when we define an integer type main function, it returns a value. In this case, the value is 0. And consequently, that value is forwarded by C++ to the operating system, which makes it easier for the operating system to predict the output. In case of void function, the C++ or G++ compiler is not able to forward any value to the operating system, and thus it makes the program very hectic. However, let's add a comment statement here and let me write something. So that is very similar: public static void main. Now, if much of you are familiar with coding, you will find that this is a Java statement which is actually very similar to void main. Just we are defining here as void in Java, and that works very well in Java, but not here in C++. Now, let me ask you a very interesting question. So here is integer main. Let's do one thing. Let's not do much. Since void does not work, let's change it to float main. And then let's try returning 0.1 as to make that to float as well. Let me save the program and let's compile it. Well, we can see that this also does not works. So in C++ or G++ compiler, the issue is not actually with the void main. I mean, it is not just like only void does not work, but float, double string character, all that does not works. Only integer main will work because of the operating system compilers. However, if you follow any lower version or older version of G++ compiler or whatever compiler you are referring to, void main may also work. That is up to your luck. So that is all for today. If you like the video, do subscribe and share. Thank you.